In Japan, the hand can be used like a knife. But this method doesn't work with a tomato. That's why we use the ginsu.
Dig into some jackfruit.
The morning stream. They wouldn't give us any more fish.
Hey everybody, welcome to TMS. It is the morning stream for Tuesday, April 15th. It is tax day. It is 2025. I'm Scott Johnson. That's Brian Ibbett. Hi, Brian.
all of that is right. Yes.
Yep.
Hopefully everybody got your taxes in and you don't owe. Hopefully you're getting stuff back.
I know some people who are purposely withholding their taxes this year out of protest.
Really?
Yeah, we'll see how it goes for them.
Are you one of those people?
No, I can't. Okay. I don't dare. You know, I don't dare. I'm under the thumb of the authority there on that. But there's some people who are like, well, I don't want to fund this current government, so I'm going to not pay my taxes. And I'm like, all right, you let me know how that goes. You know.
Right, yeah. Good luck with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
Hope you don't go to Salvador or San Salvador. What's this place? San Salvador? No. What's the place?
El Salvador?
El Salvador. Thank you. I knew it wasn't. I knew it had an L or a San.
Isn't San Salvador the cap? Oh, I might be already screwed. Isn't San Salvador the capital of El Salvador?
Could be.
I believe.
If it isn't, it should be. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
San Salvador, El Salvador. My name is Salvador. Please go out the door.
Yes.
You know.
San Salvador is the capital of El Salvador.
All right,
okay, good.
All
right. I feel much better about my chances with TVsTravis. If I can get that, if I can recall that, then I feel better about my chances today with TVsTravis.
It'd be funny today if it was all cities and countries and stuff today in the question.
Yeah, I'm sure it will be. Yeah.
Probably not.
Don't see him going that route for some reason.
Well, anyway, we got a lot of stuff to cover today. It's been a bit of a rough 24 hours. Brian and I were both caught completely off guard by this. This happened out of nowhere. You've heard him on the show before. We used to have Cowboy call in to TMS years ago. And so the short of it is this. The community lost it's a massive loss. Car accident. There's a whole thing. We're not going to get into the details, but JJ Valentine, a.k.a. Cowboy, who has been around since like early instance days.
Yeah.
Like way back, maybe even ELR days. Just a fixture of the community, helped run things on the Facebook group, has been in the guild.
Was one of our mods here in the Discord.
That's right. Used to spend, I spent a lot of time with him raiding, and he just always was a guy that was there. He'd come to Nerdtacular all the time. Big, bombastic, happy guy. He had these amazing daughters, and he had sons, and Renee, his wife, was awesome. I have a couple of great pictures of him here I wanted to share. So here's JJ. There's Renee in the back. Those are his daughters. They're just amazing humans.
Met in WoW too. That's how they met.
Yeah, they met in Warcraft. I think they met in the guild itself.
In game. Yeah, I think so.
Which was really awesome.
Guild, yeah.
Here's a great shot of him. He's looking so cool.
Oh, look at that! Wow, in a suit.
I want him to moderate anything in that suit. It's so great. But anyway, JJ unfortunately passed away very suddenly. He was on a motorcycle, involved another car, and passed away. And it's freaking hideous. I realize. I want to say this. I really mean this. We have this community that is tight-knit by design. The goal of it was always that. It was to be a place where you could feel comfortable coming, but also if let's say the shows or the content are the nexus to where people meet, I never wanted any of that. And I know Brian feels this way about TMS for sure, but all the shows, everything, we never wanted that to feel like a high tower place where nobody could reach us, right? It's not just us to you. It is also you to us, and we get very personal in that regard. So we know people by name. We hang out with you. Last year it was Wabbit Magic. Years ago it was Ralphie. These people mean something to us. Yeah. It isn't just as simple as, a fan somewhere, that we don't know. These are people we have like flesh and blood relationships with, and we talk to all the time. So when one of you passes away, it's not as simple as we just don't hear about it. If let's say you're a fan of, the Colbert Report, and you die, Stephen Colbert doesn't know you died.
Right.
It's not that relationship. This is a different kind of
much
thing.
More tight-knit community.
Yeah, it's the whole definition to the whole thing. To put it in Discord.
I'm going to give you a photo to share from. This is from 2021. They came out to visit, and there is just so much going on in this photo.
So many birds. Look at these birds.
So many birds, and Tina with her eyes closed.
Yeah. She gets caught out like that a lot. I've noticed. Someone will take the shot right when she happens to have her eyes closed.
Yeah, or sneezing or something. But yeah.
How many years? This is a while ago. The girls are young.
That was 4 years ago. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just devastating, and we hate it. And I cannot imagine what Renee and the girls are going through, and his brother, and he has sons from a previous relationship, and just all this stuff, man. It sucks. It really sucks. So what we're trying to do at this point, Renee's asked for some space, which everyone is giving her. People, when you're connected to a community like this, people want to flood you with, how can we help? What can we do?
Of course.
We're all doing it. But Renee's asking for space and for time with family and all that. So we're going to give her that. But when it becomes clear what the best way to help them is, we'll all jump on it. We'll put the word out, and everybody can help contribute. I don't know what it'll look like. Maybe we'll do a GoFundMe, something as simple as that. It may be more than that. I don't know. But we're going to do something. And as soon as we have some details on what that'll be, we'll make sure you guys know about it.
For sure.
Anyway,
for sure.
Rest in peace, JJ. You were really, truly one of the best of us. And it's not fair. There's some real douchebags walking the earth. Can we take one of those guys out?
Exactly. Yes.
We need more JJs and less douchebags. How about that? All right. Brian, we got a note about some interesting new technology that we may be interested in. This came to us from a non-named person. Let's see. Yeah, they did not leave their name.
No, I thought you meant that they just don't have a name. So they are named. They just decide not to share that name with us.
I assume they have a birth name of some sort, and they just don't want to give it to us, which is fine. Okay. You guys can do anonymous stuff if you want. We don't mind, unless you're being a jerk, and then you're being that makes you a that makes you a massive wimp, is what that does.
Right? Yeah, we don't have any of that.
This is all about interesting new tech. He says, hey, Sony and Bravia, have you heard about this new media cable standard that a bunch of Chinese companies are trying to get to the next generation to replace HDMI? It is called GPMI, and apparently can do 8K 120 hertz while also powering the device up to 480 watts. That's massive amounts of power.
Wow. So actually powering, that's interesting. Okay. So this would be video out, but it would also provide power in.
Yeah. So you would no longer, that's enough wattage that if you had a giant 49-inch widescreen monitor, let's just say,
there you go. Yeah.
You'd never have to power it separately. You just power it with the cable. That's a much better
way of doing it. Right, exactly. Like, it would get power and video from your device.
Yeah. And he says most laptops use 60 to 120 watts, while PlayStation 5 draws about 160 watts. 55-inch C4 OLED is about 140 to 300, so plenty of overhead to cover that power. Says if this is true, it becomes a standard. It will be a real game changer for cables and media standards in the future. Yeah, for sure. In the way that HDMI kind of did for its time, or USB for its time. The one thing I wanted to point out, my understanding is this was jointly designed by a bunch of research companies with R&D departments that weren't all in China, because there's a lot of concern. Well, if this is made in China, I don't trust it. It's going to share my information. Whatever. Of course. But I have a feeling that if it is as good as this says, and I did a little reading about it, it sounds pretty awesome. We're going to see this sooner than later. The real trick will be, it would be nice if, like, you, for the time being, Thunderbolt ports and other current standards could convert to this thing, so you could benefit from the new standard without having to wait until all computers, all devices, all consoles, everything else supports the damn thing. This is the problem with standard changes. It literally means changing everything you own. So that's a real question, but we'll see what happens. It's interesting though. So thanks for sending that in. I had no idea, so I went down a long rabbit hole on this, and
do you think, so let's say they do this. Does Sony, because this is what Sony does, say, oh, that's the new standard? Cool, we're going to come up with our own version that uses a slightly different cable.
I mean, they could, right? They could totally memory stick that shit, or Betamax it or whatever they got to do.
Betamax it, exactly. Yeah, it was the Sony and the Sony.
I always think they've learned their lesson, but then they do something again, and you're just like, "Come on, Sony, what are you
exactly? Why? What are you doing?"
Yeah, but I mean, the good news is they adopted HDMI pretty quick, so my guess is they'd probably be okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving down the road. What's interesting about that, USB-C is the current standard that carries the most wattage and bandwidth for video or any other application. It's just that it doesn't carry as much. So pumping out 120 hertz 8K, not that we need 8K, but whatever. But we're heading there at some point. And 480 mother effing watts of power. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's like the maximum power supply I had on a PC in the 2000s. You know what I
mean? Yeah, totally.
Crazy.
Totally. Yeah.
Crazy. Here's another one. This is a weird thing.
I read this and I tried to figure it out. So
this is the transcript, Brian, and the transcript tried really hard. Normally the transcripts of these calls we get are dead on. Mm-hmm. They usually get them word for word, no problem, even on garbled calls.
Okay.
This is, I think it says it's from your pal Ness, but I think it's Les in Prague.
Right.
But it says, it's your pal Ness, your correspondent in Japan. Come on in, Ness. He's got instruments, too. Very interesting. Scott, you know what he's talking about. He's got a piano, Ness, and a band in the school. We do. Oh, let's see. Oh, one thing about Ness. When you go to high school, you learn from him. And when you go to the police, you learn from Ness. All right, that actual translation. All right,
that's what the translation thought. Okay, and we're about to hear what the actual audio is.
Yes. So Les, this is what your call came in like. I don't know if this was you may need a new phone. I don't know what's going on, but this is what I got.
It's your pal Les, your correspondent in Czech. Calling in.
I mean, it's unintelligible.
Yeah, so he's definitely recording on a different microphone than he thinks he is.
Yeah, no doubt. What that sounded like to me was maybe using it could have been a laptop or something, because you can use anything to make these.
Yep.
And
he thought he was talking into a microphone, but was using the actual laptop's mic, and yeah, clearly he was getting abducted by a UFO. By all account, you're not wrong. That's what it sounded like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we hope he's okay. Let us know how the probing went and what they got out of you, because we need to know as a human race what to deal with next. But anyway, Les, aka Ness, in Japan, aka Prague. Send your reply. Let us know what you actually said, because I'm guessing since usually we get really cool stuff from him, I'm guessing it was something that was very good and we just didn't get it.
I'm guessing so too, and I'm sure it wasn't about when you go to high school you learn from him, when you go to the police you learn from Ness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ness from the what was the old what's that game, Mother 3? There was an old Super Nintendo game and the main character was Ness. And
really?
He's in Super Smash Brothers now. Which we talked about.
We talked about this when we did the trivia, right?
Yeah. So I really don't think he meant that. You know what I mean? Oh, no, Earthbound, Mother 2. That's what it is. Yeah.
Earthbound. Okay.
Yeah. Amazing game. Wasn't in the States for a real long time. Finally made it. If you haven't played it, you should. If you can play old games.
Never played.
It's very good stuff. All right. There's that. Now a recommendation.
Yeah.
This is from, let's see, also anonymous.
No, David.
Oh, David. I'm sorry. I put it in the header. Duh. I usually try to do that. Went to GalaxyCon, says David, in Richmond, Virginia this last week, and it was a blast. My wife and her friend dressed up as characters from Has Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss. Have you watched either show? Adult shows don't show it to children. Okay, so I looked these up.
I've heard of Has Been Hotel. That's an animated... Has Been Hotel, animated. There was something I didn't like about the animation style that irritated me.
Oh, interesting. You probably wouldn't like the other one then either, the Hell of a Boss one. So basically it's the same animation style. It's this woman who started as a YouTube series with Hell of a Boss.
That's right. Okay.
And then it got really popular, and I want to say she worked on some Cartoon Network shows prior to all this. So some of the style is very...
Oh, I'm looking at this. This is not what I thought it was. I think I might be thinking of something else. with the animation, because I'm looking at this and like nothing about this art style bothers me. So I might have been confusing with something else.
Has Been Hotel is on Prime. The other one is still on YouTube. Hell of a Boss. So I decided based on this message to go check some of it out. And you know what? It's really good, I think.
Really? Okay. All right.
It's very subversive. There's a lot of cartoon sex.
Okay.
Some violence. It is not for kids at all.
Okay.
I would warn any parent from putting this on and walking away. Don't do that. But it's very good. So that's awesome. I didn't realize that there were super fans that would dress up like these people, but apparently this is a bigger deal than I think.
No kidding. And I can't imagine what the cosplay looks like with these things being so hyper stylized.
Right? They look hard to do.
Yeah, exactly. Hard to come across in cosplay, but I'd like to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll check out. Also, watch a couple episodes of Has Been Hotel. I'm in the middle of something that I'm like. It's related to what I'm recommending, but it's a different series from the one I'm recommending. So I'm in the mood for swapping that out and pulling something else in. So I'll add Has Been Hotel to the.
Yeah, I think you'll like it. I started it. I'm going to keep going. It's been fun so far. Hell of a Boss is on YouTube. That's also really good. In fact, I started there. I went back and forth just to see. But I'm going to start with Hell of a Boss, kind of see that through, and then I'll go back and finish Has Been. And I love these recommendations. You guys find cool stuff that I've never heard of. So write in more and tell us more.
Please.
Brian, finally we got something from Barry. You want to explain what's going on with Barry?
Yeah, absolutely. So Barry did all that work and worked with the Cosmopolitan to get us a deal on a not just a couple hours of verbenas, but like our own separate room to drink verbenas at during TMS Vegas. It's going to be the Sunday night after the High Roller. So from 9 till 11, I believe. Let me see if he's.
Sounds right.
I think that's right. Yeah, 9:30 to 11:30. And folks have signed up for that. We got our minimum that needed to sign up for it, so we're locked in. We've got the place. Because of the way they're doing the head count, we basically pay by the people who show up, and on April 1st the price went up to $109 from $79. So still 2 hours of all the verbenas you want to drink. Good luck with that.
Yep.
It's still a good deal, but if you wait till the day of, it'll be $139 at the door. So if you think you're going to do it, then get your ticket right now, or reach out to Barry and have him put your name on the list. Somebody asked Chandelier, does Chandelier have a dress code? Technically no, but it's not. You'll feel uncomfortable maybe if you're wearing flip-flops and Daisy Dukes or something. So
looking at you Shane Maddox. You want to make sure you don't come in there looking all like regular Shane Maddox. Just kidding. I just like giving him shit.
Exactly. Yeah. It's the Strip, so they pretty much take anything, but what they refer to as resort wear. No, not resort wear. Not swimwear. There's some term that they have. So wear something comfortable, but you don't have to dress up. But maybe no T-top, no tube top, and a pair of Daisy Dukes.
Well, then we are talking about Shane. All right,
Yeah.
Take that, Shane.
Yeah, exactly. Take that, Shane.
Yeah.
But yeah, jeans, tennis shoes, Hawaiian shirt, like what Bobby Frankenberger is talking about. Sleeves appreciated, all that stuff. So yeah, that's the suggestion from me for Chandelier Bar.
Yeah, and there's no compulsory thing where if you go in there and your goal is like, well, I just want to try one of these and then just hang out with people. You can do that.
Yeah.
If you are out on the outside looking in going, I don't want to drink at all. I don't want to go near that place. I don't want to do it. This is not compulsory. You don't have to go in there. You don't have to go.
Right.
It's
right.
totally.
Exactly. And I don't know. And I'm still waiting to hear from Barry on if you can get into the room and not drink if there's either no charge or a lesser cost for doing that. So I don't know any of that stuff. As far as I know right now, whether you drink one verbena or 50 verbenas in 2 hours, don't do that. Please don't drink 50 verbenas in 2 hours.
We wouldn't see them the next day for a while if they do that. They'll be in their hotel room for the next 24 hours. So.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
So
be careful out there, kids. All right.
But they are good. Those are incredibly good tequila-based drinks. So I may do what I did last year and just have them make the gin version, which isn't as good because it used the little electric buzzer flower doesn't work as well with gin as it does tequila. So that's the fun of the verbena is it's an experience you get with a little flower you chew on that changes the flavor of the drink. It's really cool.
Nice. All right. Good info there. Thank you, Barry, for your good hard work. Because we mentioned your name, this is compulsory.
Barry.
We have to play that. All right. That's the deal.
Barry.
All right.
That's exactly.
Let's get to some news. We have some news to cover. May as well do it. Whoops.
Yes.
I just crashed my soundboard. Let's see if that'll open again.
No.
Don't know why. It's never done that before. There we go. Let's do that again. No, do not reopen. Ignore. Hey, Brian, we're doing the news, and it's brought to you by...
Brought to you by Cheese Sticks and Crackers.
So yesterday, I needed to eat something. I had a very busy day. I had shows all day. It was all crazy. And at some point, I was like, I could order something, or I could go grab something, or there's ancient food in the fridge, and none of it sounded good. So I just made a nice little, Kim calls it girl dinner. I basically made a plate. It had 3 slices of a small cucumber I cut into thirds, some pickles, string cheese, like a log of it, and what was the last thing I had on there? Oh, the crackers. These little salty little rice cracker things. And that was dinner. That was dinner. That's not a thing I do usually. I had girl dinner. So
no, look at you. Very good.
Yeah, it's a healthy, small, thing. It's sort of healthy, I guess.
Protein with the cheese.
Sure.
Kinda.
Sure. I had veggies in there, and I did have I had a little. We have these beef sticks that have no additives and there's some special kind of beef stick. I can't even remember somebody sent these to us. They're very good.
Oh, are those the the brand that we had as a sponsor for a little while.
I think those are it. I think we still have those still.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I took one of those. They're great. I wish I remember the name because I highly recommend them. They're short. They're pepperoni-ish, like, cured beef. Or maybe it's not all beef. Maybe there's some pork or other stuff. But it's it's not like a Slim Jim, like all oily and disgusting.
Greasy. Yeah.
It's really, really, really good. So whatever those are, go get them.
Nice.
All right, let's talk about this story. An unsecured penguin in the news. Oh, shit. Oh,
no. I hate these when they get unsecured.
Yeah. Never look for an insecure penguin. It'll lead to trouble.
Yeah.
Unsecured penguin caused a helicopter crash in South Africa. Oh, boy. A penguin in a cardboard box was the cause of a helicopter crash in South Africa. A report of an incident has found the penguin, which has been placed in a box or had been placed in the box in the lap of a passenger, slid off, knocked the pilot's controls just after takeoff from Bird Island. That's right. They had an island called Bird Island.
Bird Island, sure.
Off the Eastern Cape on the 19th of this last January. I don't know why we're just hearing about it now. Anyway, it's South Africa.
It's been covered up by the penguin gazpacho.
Yeah, by Big Bird, they call it.
By Big Bird,
yeah.
Yes.
The South African Civil Aviation Authority said the impact sent the helicopter crashing to the ground. No one was on board, including the penguin was hurt. No one on board, including the penguin, were hurt. That's good.
Okay, good.
They all survived. This is not a sad, horrible story about a bunch of death or anything.
Thank goodness.
The authority said that the lack of secure containment for the penguin was responsible for creating the dangerous situation, they put in quotes. According to the report released last week, the flight had been conducting an aerial survey of the island over there in the Eastern Cape province. After completing the survey, the helicopter landed, where a specialist then requested the transport of one penguin back to Port Elizabeth. No one has yet answered the question. Why was there a damned penguin in someone's lap on a helicopter?
Exactly, yes. Why was there a penguin in a cardboard box?
What's the point of that to start with? Anyway, the Aviation Authority... I'm going to get Batman! I mean, look, if you can capture the penguin, do it however you can, even if it's in a box.
Sure.
The Aviation Authority said the pilot conducted a risk assessment, but omitted to include the transport of the penguin on board, which was, quote, was not in accordance with the Civil Aviation Regulations, or CAR, which was established in 2011. So there you go. Okay. Penguins, don't, just don't trust them, I guess.
Keep the box closed or put them in a crate. Put your penguins in a crate, I think, is the thing we learned from this.
You ever touch a penguin before? You ever gotten close enough?
No.
I did once
Just
as a kid.
seen them run around the zoo, but never touched a penguin.
As a kid, once they let us do it at the Hogle Zoo. I don't remember the situation or this. I don't remember why, but we were all probably fifth graders, and they let us walk out into a space where these birds were walking up to you and moving around and stuff, and you could touch them. I don't think they do that now at all. I think it's like,
I'm sure. Yeah.
There's probably some reason like humans shouldn't pass the oils to their feathers or some shit like that. I don't know.
Right.
But yeah, it was a weird experience, and really it just felt like touching a bird. It wasn't anything real special. It's just like
wet. Like I imagine a
little wet.
They're frequently going in and out of the water, so they're like a wet bird.
Slick, wet, kind of oily in their own right. I think that's how they. It had something to do with how they. Kind of like how an otter has that oil to make them super slick in water, so when they swim, they're just super like whatever. It was like that.
Aerodynamic.
Yeah.
Water dynamic.
Or maybe I just touched a very oily bird. I don't know if it was. They're all like that.
Maybe you touched one from the Exxon Valdez crash.
Yeah. Yeah, he was a rescue.
They really wanted you fifth graders to clean them and not just sit there and touch them and run around.
Well, honestly, I really don't. I don't remember. It felt like it was some special thing. We did a whole field trip thing around it, and it was just to do this. It wasn't to do a general zoo visit. It was something to do with
go in, touch the bird,
and go out. Yeah, I mean, we got to be in there for a while, but they encouraged us. It was like, here's your chance. Yeah. Like this was never going to happen again. You had to touch these birds. It was really weird. Anyway, don't carry them in a box on your lap is the lesson today. All right?
Sure. Yeah.
Forget about anything else we say here on the show. That's the takeaway.
Yeah.
Springfield man. Nothing to do with.
It could be anywhere.
Yeah. It could be. It could be about five.
Anywhere.
It's like 5 states who all claim it. That's where this happened.
Exactly. Yes.
Springfield man claims Crocs caused him to drive into a gas station.
So it's Springfield, Florida, apparently.
Oh, good point. Didn't we just? Oh yeah. So Ozarks first. So this must be.
So Arkansas.
I guess they'd have them there too.
Springfield, Arkansas. Yeah, absolutely.
Didn't we just talk about Crocs yesterday? We had a whole thing about it yesterday. Not the shoes, but a crocodile. We had a title.
Was it yesterday or was it? God, it feels like it was last week. Might have been yesterday.
Shit, I don't remember. It was something about. I guess we could look.
We had the selling bones lady.
Let's see. I'm looking real quick. I don't see
that's the only article we actually got to.
Oh, here it is. Yesterday was emotional support croc. We were talking about how if you could have a crocodile for an emotional support animal.
Right. With Colbert said that.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
Right.
That's what it was. All right. Let me go back to the right tab now.
Right. Yep.
Anyway, this is what he says. A man from Springfield facing felony charge. Not that we enforce those anymore in this nation.
No.
After causing significant damage to a come and go. I'd like to say that out.
That apparently has not been changed to a Maverick.
Yeah, I don't know if Maverick is doing the. They must. If you're going to buy it, you do the brand change everywhere, right? Wouldn't you?
Everywhere, I would assume. Yeah.
I guess they must be rolling it out. Anyway, this happened in Springville earlier this year, apparently Arkansas. According to the court documents, Dale William Hammett, born 1964, right there in the bayou.
I mean, I know it says Arkansas, but God, everything in this story screams Florida.
Yeah. Is charged with Class E felony. I don't know what that means. After leaving the scene of an accident with property damage exceeding $1,000 American dollars. The probable cause statement said that he was observed on security Camerage footage. Camerage. Yeah, why not?
Camerage.
Yeah, why not?
Camerage Farm remembers.
Yes. We've got jelly. I don't know why I said that. Driving his white 2012 Dodge Ram into the front of a come-and-go building on this street, doesn't matter which street, causing 2 large front windows to break. He immediately left the scene without providing his information to anybody. I don't know why I like the way that's written. He immediately left the scene without providing his information to anybody.
Yeah.
It's a great line.
Hey, I'm not going to give you my information. Okay, bye.
Yeah. Can I have your info? I'm not giving it to anybody. He returned to the store 2 times later that day without claiming to be the driver. Even looked at the security footage of the original incident. Probable cause statement.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
twice later that day.
It's like a serial killer going to the funerals, you know?
Yeah.
It's weird.
But, man, you want to be caught at that point. Like, going a day later, driving by it just to see the accident makes sense. But going back to the store twice and even looking at the footage of the incident.
Yep. It's insane. He, again, after all this, denied being the driver, but then the officer reviewed the surveillance footage himself, confirmed it was the same truck, as well as identifying Hammett exiting the vehicle and giving no information to anybody.
Sure. This dude's wearing the same clothes as you, wearing the same truck, which actually still has a piece of come and go sign sticking out of the hood.
Yeah. He came and went. That's what he did.
Yeah.
Hammett later admitted the officers responsible for the incident said he was driving in his Crocs. This is where the Croc comes in. They finally get to the Crocs. He was driving in his Crocs and they got caught on the pedal, causing him to accelerate into the building. Well, just tell him that in the first place. It's an accident when you do that. Now you've got all this like criminal shit you're doing.
Exactly. Do you think that maybe the second and third visit to the store, like he's saying, I gotta come clean. He shows up, nope, not gonna do it, and then he drives off. And then he's like, maybe, again, second thoughts, I gotta tell him how you did it, and drives to the store.
I'm trying to put myself in his head. Like, would you? Why would you come back and let? You're right. You know what? I'll bet you he came back thinking, well, I got to do something. But then he got there and went, I don't know if I can tell them it was me, but maybe I can just sneak a look at this footage and see if it even looks like me. And if it doesn't, well, maybe I don't have to say. Like, that's probably his brain.
Right.
Which is hilarious.
Do we have video of...
I looked.
I'm looking to see. Yeah,
couldn't find any crash, like security crash.
I'd like to see that.
Let's see. Yeah, this... Oh, yeah, no, that's a news article, so that's not it. Yeah, they don't have it, darn it. I like good crash video.
Mm-hmm. Plus, you'd be able to tell if it's like kind of a pull forward and stop, and then all of a sudden, when he gets his foot stuck in the pedal, or
if he like slammed on the gas or whatever he did. I mean, Croc, don't drive in Crocs. Anyway. They're terrible. Yeah, they're bad.
Worst shoes ever, and so
I don't know that I ever. Well, that's not true. I own some boat shoes that are Croc brand, but they don't look like Crocs. They look like flip-flops. They look like normal shoes because they make a lot of stuff that is
not rubber. They're like still canvas as opposed to rubber.
Yeah, especially the toe divider part is material is like fabric or whatever, and then the bottom I guess is rubber, but they're black. They don't look anything like what you would think of with Crocs. So I don't know how popular Crocs are these days, but don't drive in them. Okay?
Don't drive in them.
Although, Brian, you should do the MS-150 in a pair of Crocs. I think you should do that.
Hell no.
Can you imagine that?
Absolutely not. Yeah.
No way that would go well.
No way. Oh, gosh. No, it would be so uncomfortable the whole ride because they don't make Crocs that have like a click into your pedals kind of thing. So there's no way that would work from just a power point of view. Because when you're with the shoes that click into the pedals, when you're pushing down on pedal A, you're lifting up, you're pulling up with pedal B. So you're really like you're working kind of a scissors kind of thing. So,
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, it's not just a pushing the pedals like you would with regular pedals and regular
like my BMX
shoes.
Bike from the 80s. It's not
like your BMX, exactly right.
So I wonder if the Crocs would get all whistly because they got all them cheese holes in them. You know, be like,
I'd plug them up with gibbets. I'd put a bunch of gibbets in my Crocs.
Yeah. Oh, gibbets.
Gibbets.
I like that term. I don't know why that's a funny word to me, but I like gibbets. Gibbets is great.
That's what those little doodads you can put in your Crocs are called, gibbets.
This morning, a phrase came to me, and I put a post on Blue Sky about this. But I love the phrase "kicking the pickle." And I don't know.
I've never heard that phrase.
I don't either, but I like it. And in my mind, I picture somebody kicking a large pickle down the street, just kicking it like you would a can or something. So dirty Southern kid in a worn out T-shirt, just kicking a pickle down the road.
So what would that be used to describe? Calling your representatives is like kicking a pickle.
That's actually pretty good. I like that. Or you could say like. It could be like an insult or like a get away from me, like an F off, like the guy's going, hey, what are you going to do with your dog? And I'd go, oh, go kick a pickle.
Yeah, I like that actually. Go kick a pickle.
It's not bad.
Because it's a very kiki phrase. It's not booba at all. It's
Not
very
booba.
kiki.
Very kiki.
Yeah.
No booba here.
Yeah.
Speaking
Yeah.
of kiki, last night, Kim is at a soccer game. I finished the show late, so nobody's home.
Mm-hmm.
I go upstairs, go to check on a package I thought was outside, open the front door, and I did that little kid in the meme where they walk into the room and get scared and go, "Yeah," and then walk back the other way. Have you seen that toddler video?
Yes.
I did like that because
the baby like
yeah, and I did that because out there in the yard, it looked like a Cops episode. There's like 6 people with handcuffs on, all sitting on the curb, all looking kind of young, and they're like, I don't know, teens. And 3 cops walking around, a great big cop truck in the middle of the street blocking it with lights on, flashing, and then
geez.
2 or 3 other
Yeah.
cop cars parked along the side. And I couldn't bring myself to like go out there like a neighbor and go, what have I got going here? I didn't
like
I don't want to get involved. I want nothing to do with whatever the F happened there. Yeah. So I went back in, took video from the window, sent it to Kim and said, I don't know what's going on, but there's like a big arrest out front. And then about a half hour later, go out there as if it never happened. Everybody's gone. No idea. No, it wasn't ICE. It wasn't like that. These were all mullet having, wearing white kid, delinquent looking kids, all
Right.
high school
Probably
age.
Right. Probably you're street racing or doing something like that, and police chased him into your neighborhood.
Look, Claire, I know not everything is a military state moment. Okay.
Jeez.
Sometimes it's just those kids have pills they're not supposed to have and also got pulled over and are intoxicated, and they're now going through the process of whatever you do to. Sometimes that's all that is. Just so you know. I know it's
Listen,
easy
I
to
get it.
blanket the whole country
I
now.
get it, people outside the U.S. and what you think might be going on inside the quote unquote borders, but
Yeah.
it's not all everything you see on Cops or on
Or on the news.
on the news.
Anyway, it's fine. No, that's true, Claire. It happens all the time. If you are busted for something illegal and you have to sit in cuffs while the cops work out the deal, that happens. That happens a lot. And
Yeah.
that doesn't assume they're guilty. That puts that is a thing. What are you kidding me? Let's say somebody breaks. Why am I doing this? I don't like doing this to the chat.
You're feeding the troll.
I'm not
Exactly.
talking to the chat anymore. You guys don't exist today. I'm not looking at you anymore. All right? Because whenever I go down this path, there's no winning this argument. There's no anything. What our government's doing right now sucks giant ass. So we agree.
Yes.
All right, moving on. How about this one, Brian?
Yes,
A water. Let's see. Did I finish the come and go? I did.
we did. Yes.
The guy says, we can't leave our house, says Waterloo students, terrorized by an angry nested Canadian goose. Oh, shit.
Oh no! It's a Mendoza.
Yeah.
Crap.
It's another Mendoza. Look, they're all working together anyway. Whatever.
Yep.
Screams were picked up on doorbell camera. The video shows Jory Harris. Or would you say, do you think that's pronounced Jory?
I'd say Jory. Yeah, I'd say Jory.
Jory? Never heard of that before.
Yeah.
Anyway, and her roommates rushing to get inside their Waterloo, Ontario home as a Canadian goose flies at them. Harris, a student at Wilfrid, Wilfrid Laurier.
Wilfrid Laurier.
This is a university up there with a terrible name. Has, at least for me, has shared a compilation video on TikTok of a pair of angry geese attacking people. I mean, yeah, these are geese. Geese are dicks, and they attack people. This is what they do.
Yeah.
We can't even leave our house. He's so angry. Now there's a nest there. We don't know what to do anymore, she said of one of the geese. Let's see if this video I think is on here. We can watch this.
Oh, good. Excellent.
I think. Yeah, here it is. Unless this is the news. This might be the news story.
Oh, French. Thank you, Q-Star. Laurier.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, look at him running.
Yeah, running from the... Look, there's another one going after those people across the street. Oh, they're such jerks, dude.
They're just... Okay, I was going to say, they're just walking. Like... but then they start flying at people.
Yeah, they're coming at them. They're like serious. Let's see if I can get it. Oh, look at this one. Oh, man. Look, as much as I dislike geese, oh, that poor guy, right in the head. Oh,
Wow.
Anyway.
They've got these polls that they take of like what percentage of Americans think they can fight a bear, or have you heard about the like? God, what is it? What's the?
I know the one about would women prefer a bear or a man in the woods. I know that one, and they all pick.
Yeah,
bear.
it's different. So let's see if I can find these surveys. It's let's see. Here we go. 6% of Americans think that they could beat a grizzly bear in a fight.
Jeez, it's higher than I would have thought.
72%. This seems really low to me. Think they could beat a rat in a fight.
Yeah, that should be 99%.
I would think that should be 90. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Okay. 72% rat. All right, let's do this. This is a fun little game. We've got rat at the high end and grizzly bear at the low end. So you know that grizzly bear, 6% of Americans think they could beat a grizzly bear in a fight. I'm going to tell you an animal. You tell me what percentage of Americans think they could beat it in a fight.
All right, let's do it. That sounds fun.
Chimpanzee.
50.
17% of people think they could beat a
not even
chimpanzee
close.
in a fight.
I'd say if I'm within 10%, I get a win. If I'm outside of 10%, close to my number, one way or the other, I think that's a loss.
Okay, all right, I'll keep you. I'll play that. Sure.
All right.
Gorilla.
Oh, geez, that's got to be lower. So, 12% of people think they can beat a gorilla.
I'll give it to you. 8%, so you're within 10.
Okay,
Very good.
I'll take that.
Eagle. What percentage of people think they could beat an eagle in a fight?
See, I think people would be confident here. They're going to say 60.
30% of people think they could beat an eagle.
Poop.
Now, because this is the reason I brought it up, let's talk about a goose. What percentage of people think they could beat a goose in a fight?
All right. I think people are way overconfident about geese, despite the evidence. Okay, so I'm going to say this is going to be one of those low percentages. I'm going to say this is like 10%.
61% of people think they could beat a goose in a fight.
Oh yeah, I went the other way. I did it wrong.
Yeah. So you said 10, right?
Yeah.
So you're thinking 90.
I was thinking
basically.
90. Either way, I'm off. But yeah, I meant higher, not lower. I don't know why I did that.
Yeah. King cobra. What percentage of people think they could beat a king cobra in a fight?
Well, I watched an Indian dude do it on a documentary yesterday, so that was interesting. So I know he thinks he can, but he is not part of this poll. So I'm going to say, I'll bet 20% of people think they can do it.
Very close. 15% of people think they could beat a king cobra.
I'll take that one.
And finally, let's do elephant. What percentage of people think they could beat an elephant in a fight?
That's got to be low.
How do you know you've beaten an elephant in a fight? By the way, that's the
big lump of gray scaly flesh on a pile that isn't moving anymore. I don't know.
Like, do they have to be laying on the ground to be considered beating them in a fight?
Yeah, I don't know what the rules on that are hard, right? Like, I never thought of it before. Like beating a rat, I assume the rat is either dead or ran off.
Sure.
Goose.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe beating the elephant enough to where he turns around and walks away.
Okay. So the elephant
just walk away, Babar.
So he leaves in fear or haste or whatever. He's out of there.
Right. Yes.
Then I'm gonna
a sort of hasty retreat. Yes.
So I'm gonna say that's got to be low. 8%.
8% is exactly right. Very good. Good way to end the
8%
and the survey. Yes,
that's great. That's great. They don't have lions or tigers or any of that shit on there. Like
they do. Lions 8% also. Here's the full list. Starting with rat at the highest, with 72% of people think they could beat a rat. 69% of people think they could beat a house cat.
Less than more than no. That's less than a rat. Okay. Wow. All right.
Yeah. 49% of people think they could of Americans, I should say, think they could beat up a medium-sized dog.
I don't even know what that means. Like a Doberman kind of thing, or?
I would put Doberman in the large dog category, which is 23%. Medium size would be maybe your pit bull.
Okay, shorter, stockier, but still a threat, sort of.
Yeah.
If they're mad. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, that sounds about right.
See, chimpanzee 17, king cobra 15, kangaroo. Do we do kangaroo?
No, what do we got there? Because they're muscly bastards, those things.
And they box. Yeah, 14% of people think Americans think they could beat up a kangaroo.
Oh, we are so wrong.
They have not watched the film Kangaroo Jack.
Also, they're just dead wrong. Those things are really strong. And by winning a fight, that means what they can do with their rear feet is devastating. You will be across the field that you found the kangaroo in. You're not winning that fight. They are way. You know what they're like? They're like Marky Mark saying he would have figured out a way to take control of the plane on 9/11 and not have it crash, or whatever he said.
Right.
It's like that's that level of confidence, and you're wrong. That's stupid.
Dillweed says pit bull ain't medium. I'm kind of basing like small being like your Chihuahuas, your Pomeranians, your poodles, your by the way, small dogs are not even on this list. So I'm thinking, all right, small dogs are going to be those, medium dogs are going to be the ones kind of halfway between those, and a Doberman, Great Dane, chocolate lab, mastiff, even like a golden retriever I would put in the large dog category, and then these other ones would be in the medium ones. Oh, I guess right. I'm thinking toy poodles, not just because they have regular poodles are large.
Oh yeah, they're big. We got one next door that won't shut the F up. Hate that dog.
Yeah. Anyway, there you go. And I think that covers all the ones. Crocodile, I think we did. Did we do crocodile?
We didn't do crocodile, no.
9% of people think they could beat up a crocodile.
They're wrong. They're wrong.
Yeah, they're definitely dead wrong. Wolf 12%, gorilla, elephant, and lion all tied at 8, and grizzly bear at 6.
6% think they can beat a grizzly.
Grizzly bear. Can we maybe let them?
Yeah.
let those 6% of people do it.
We should call that Wahlberging. That's Wahlberging. It's people way too confident. Ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. It's time for a break. We're gonna come back with Travis. And now we actually kind of warmed up with a little trivia there. Now we have. Yes,
exactly. Hopefully, Travis asks us about what animals Americans are confident enough to beat up.
Yeah. Hopefully that'll all align. Those stars are gonna align momentarily. But before we do that, we got to play this here song. Brian brought it. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, so hot off the heels of a song called In My Room, which hit the #1 spot on the viral U.S. charts. I didn't realize there was a viral U.S. chart. Singer Julia Wolf has announced her album, which is called Pressure, which comes out May 23rd via AWOL Records. She's from Long Island, but she lives in Los Angeles now. And this is the brand new the first single from the upcoming album Pressure. It's called Jennifer's Body. Here is Julia Wolf.
Look, I seen him coming out of this barn. And 1 minute later, poof, there was a fire.
Almost tastes like the flower of a gardenia.
And we're back. Brian, who was that again?
That's Julia Wolf. Only 2% of people think they could beat up Julia Wolf. That is the first single from her album, Pressure. It is called Jennifer's Body. Check out the whole album when it comes out at the end of May.
We should figure that out from a person standpoint, like who thinks they could beat The Rock, like Dwayne Johnson, who could beat Dave Bautista, who could beat John Cena, not just wrestlers, but like who could beat these guys. And I'll bet these same grizzly bear people think they could do it.
I think they could probably beat up The Rock or beat up Vin Diesel. Yeah, good Lord.
Yeah, very dumb. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get Travis in here. He's waiting. We may as well let him in.
Yes, let's let him in.
Let's
do this.
Let the right one in. This is him. He's the right one. Probably likes that movie, if I had to guess.
This is Travis, and you'll do well to listen carefully to what he has to say.
You will indeed. It is Travis. TVsTravis, in fact. Travis Crawford is his full name, and here is his address. Just kidding. He's a great guy. We love having him on the show, and he comes on once a month and does some trivia and tries to stump us. He'll also be at TMS Vegas, and we can't wait to see him. Travis, what's going on, man?
Oh, it's been a busy couple of weeks. I was at Adepticon 2 weeks ago, which is tabletop war games. I hung out with Amy Frost and JF Dubois for about a week.
Nice.
Very cool.
It was a lot of fun. I actually came home with a medal for the first time.
What'd you win? What was it for?
It was the friendly tournament. Our Team Pink won.
Team Pink? Does that mean your beard is currently pink? Is that what's going on?
It is not.
Okay. That's a shame. It'll be blue like I always think it is?
We'll see.
Okay.
Right. Exactly. That was a lot of fun. we like to call it Hobby New Year because you sort of reset everything and get ready to do new projects. So of course I come out of that with I bought new paint. I bought a bunch of minis that I bought while I was there that I'm going to be putting together and painting. It was a great time.
Last night my son comes over, brought the baby over, and he goes, "Dad, I'm in big trouble." I go, "Oh shit, what is this? Like we need more stuff going on." And he goes, "I think I'm addicted to painting minis."
Oh, you know what?
You.
Nothing at all wrong with that.
That's what I said.
Nope.
I said, now the only things you're up against, dude, are you're going to go deep and it's going to be fun. You're going to love every second of it, but it's not cheap. Right. So just know going in that you're going to be spending money on these figures. You're going to be spending money on technique and all this. But the problem is, and he's got
brushes,
this. Go ahead.
Brushes are going to be your big expense, like Vallejo paints and Army paint or whatever you go with. They're you can get nice boxes of all of your basic colors, which you can then mix and come up with anything you want. Where you're going to be spending your money are your nice horsehair brushes and things to take care of them and
you can
a good cleaner. I mean, you don't have to. You can paint with garbage.
Well, but also you want to get some cheap brushes for things like dry brushing and all of that.
Well, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he was actually asking me where our old airbrush is because him and his sister kind of share it now. It's kind of theirs to use, and we don't know where it got put. We can't find it. But he's got this friend. He made friends with somebody who's doing YouTube content where they take other people's. I don't think this is a new thing. I think a few channels do that, but they take other people's minis that are either falling apart or need restoration, or some of them are just figures that have nothing to do with Warhammer or any of that. And then he, on his channel, will restore them and make them a project for content on the thing. He does it for free. Anyway, I got to know this guy, and then that opened up all these new doors. And now he's got two friends he works with that are all into it. So he's about to enter like this phase of, mini painting that I don't think he knows how far down that well he can go. But I'm excited.
Right.
I'm excited for it.
Oh, that's cool though. That is cool.
It'll be great. Well, anyway, I'm glad you had fun. Did you feel adept at Adepticon? Did it feel
for the most adept I have felt at Adepticon yet.
Oh, good Lord. Good. That's fantastic. Good news. Well, let's get to it here. This is Travis's chance to try to stump us a little bit. So Travis, take it away. What do you got?
It is. So we're going to play Name That Thing. Right now, Scott, you're up 3-0 on Brian.
Sweet.
So far for this year's standings. So
thanks for reminding us all.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't feel all that. I don't feel very comfortable here because this is unusual, and I know it could turn any second. So I'm not feeling. I'm not Wahlberging it. I feel very nervous about my position. All right.
Yeah. Oh, the people thinking they could beat a grizzly bear or a chimpanzee in a fight. By the way, just delusional.
Yeah.
Totally. Absolutely.
Especially chimpanzees, dude. They'll
mess you up.
They will wreck you.
Totally. They're thinking of Bubbles, Michael Jackson's chimpanzee. They're saying, "Oh, I could totally beat Bubbles in a fight."
Yeah, when it was like a baby or something. Like these people don't know what those beasts. These things are terrible.
Drugged up.
The things they do to each other is horrifying.
Yeah.
Watch a documentary for hell's sakes. These people. Anyway.
Right.
Go ahead.
All right. So you'll have to try to figure out what my theme is for this month. It's not a difficult one again, but we'll see how you do. But we're going to start off round one with a movie. I'm going to say, Brian, you will start our bidding. We're going to do cast members from this movie.
Okay. Cast members movie. Let's go. Let's start off with 4. I can do it in 4 cast members.
All right. Scott, do you think you can do it in less?
I will attempt 3.
Okay. Brian, do you want to try it in less?
I will try 2. Yeah.
All right. 2. Name that movie.
Here are your 2 cast members: Chadwick Boseman, Harrison Ford.
I'm going to say that is Captain America New World Order. Oh, no, incorrect. Chadwick Boseman. Yeah, of course. Not Chadwick Boseman. Just thinking,
Incorrect.
Thinking Anthony Mackie, but not, go ahead.
All right.
Scott, you get one more cast member if you'd like.
Yes, give me one more.
Okay, so we got Chadwick Boseman, we got Harrison Ford. We're also going to have Alan Tudyk.
Chadwick Boseman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, this is a hard one. It's the Chadwick Boseman's throwing me off.
Mm-hmm.
Is
I'll tell you what the movie is.
I'll just guess.
Okay.
The only other Chadwick Boseman movie I can think of outside of the Black Panther stuff is the baseball one where he's Jackie Robinson. But I don't know if Harrison Ford was in that, and I don't know if Alan Tudyk was in that. Alan Tudyk and Harrison Ford were both in Star Wars because Tudyk did the voice of BB-8, and of course Han Solo on the other side there. But there's no Chadwick Boseman in that.
Yeah.
Or yeah, KTSO. Well, wait, wasn't he also? I think
He wasn't
also,
BB-8.
Who was BB? Somebody famous was BB-8.
Was just beeps and boops for BB-8,
Yeah.
right? Was there?
I thought somebody famous did that. I could be wrong.
Beep, beep. It was the guy from it was Michael Winslow from Police Academy did the beeps and boops for BB-8.
The other problem I have is I don't know the name of this baseball movie, and I don't know if that's enough. So if I said to you the Chadwick Boseman Jackie Robinson movie, is that enough for a point or a non-point, or do I have to be more specific with the name?
I need a title.
Ah, shit. I don't know. I'll say Jackie. I don't know. I honestly don't know the name.
Okay.
Wrong?
That is not the title.
Shit.
You are right on the movie, but the movie's title is 42.
Oh, it's a number.
Don't I get my 4?
Oh, does he get his 4? Or no, how's it work?
No.
I don't? Okay. I thought I got my 4. Darn it, because I knew 42.
Oh, no, if you did, if it started with me saying 4, then you 3, then me 2. No. How does it work? How does it work?
I thought that if we did a bid,
We do the bids. We get one try, another try.
Gotcha.
And then,
Okay, gotcha. All right.
so round 1 is a push for 42.
I was like, oh, man.
A couple other people in that movie, by the way, Christopher Maloney and Lucas Black, which I completely forgot. He plays Pee Wee Reese.
Nice.
I didn't remember anybody but Chadwick Boseman in that thing. And clearly, I was thinking Black Panther for some reason. It was Captain America New World Order instead of Anthony Mackie. But
that may or may not have been my idea.
Yeah, no, I'm sure it was, because here's a couple MCU guys. Let's see if Brian bites the worm on the hook.
Yep.
All
right. So round 2, we're looking for an actor, and I'm going to give you titles of movies that this actor has been in. Scott, you will start our bidding.
Title of movie that this actor's been in, or movies, so I can do it in so many movie titles. 3.
3. All right. Brian,
I gotta try 2.
2. All
do
right.
it in 2.
Scott,
I can't
you
do it.
Try for 1.
I can't do it in 1. I don't think.
Okay. All right. Brian, here's your 2 movie titles that this actor has been in.
All right.
Man of Steel,
Okay.
Draft Day.
Draft Day.
And in this case, because it's only gone 2 switches, I do get a chance on the end if he gets this one wrong, right? Or how's that work?
Yes.
I do? Okay.
Yep,
Correct.
Absolutely. I just don't get a third chance. Well, if I were to have bet 4 and prior to your 3, I wouldn't have gotten I wouldn't get a second guess. We each get one shot at it.
Right.
Draft Day. I don't even remember Draft Day. And I'm trying to remember which one was Man of Steel aside from Cavill. I'll just say Henry Cavill because I can't think of I know that wasn't the one with Spacey. That was Superman Begins or Superman Returns.
Mm-hmm. I know that.
Not a bad guess, but wrong.
Right.
Scott, you can have a third title if you'd like.
I got lucky here because I love Draft Day.
Okay.
Go Browns. People who've seen Draft Day will know what I'm talking about. Anyway, it's Kevin Costner.
That is correct.
Okay, I'll take it.
Very good.
Yeah, that's the only. I would have not gotten it had I not seen Draft Day. Twice, I think. I love that movie. It's one of my favorite sports.
Never seen Draft Day.
It's really good. It's about the Cleveland Browns. I don't know if it was based on a real story or not, but it's great. You'd think it would be boring because it's all just about the draft and trying to get your team better draft picks than other NFL teams, and it's fantastic. It's really good.
Well, it's good to see Kevin Costner kind of breaking his thing and finally doing a sports movie.
Yeah,
so that'll be good.
Yeah, you never see those from him, really. It's such a strange thing.
I'm going to tell you too. I always like to have at least one title that is like you wouldn't think of them from that movie, and it was hard to do with Kevin Costner because like if he's in a movie, it's a Kevin Costner movie.
Yeah, right.
That's true. He unless Silverado, but even then he ate up this.
Man of Steel's a great example of that. I mean, you picked a good one with Man of Steel.
Yeah, he ate up so much scenery in Silverado. He almost became the main. I mean, it's really what set his career on fire. But yeah, he has a way of being the central point of his films. Anyway.
Yep.
All right.
Round 3 is our musical round.
Well, here's where
Brian, you get to start our bidding.
Here's where Brian gets a point.
Yep.
That's it.
So we got our song.
Yep.
I've got clips of 1 to 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, roughly. So how many seconds do you think you need?
There've been some where I was like struggling on the 1, but I'm still going to go for the 1 because if I do 2, Scott's definitely going to do 1 because there's no reason not to. And if it's an easy one, then I don't want to give him the point on the only advantage I have in these games. I will take the 1.
1 second. All right.
Yep.
Well, Scott, you can't guess less than that. Nope. So here you go, Brian. Here's your 1 second of this song.
Shit.
Glad I did because that 1 second would have totally given Scott Centerfield by John Fogerty.
That is correct.
Nicely done. Yep. I love that song, and I shouldn't because I don't actually think it's that good, but for whatever reason, when it comes on, I get excited. I don't know why.
It is weirdly not a great song, but I do love it.
Yeah. I mean, it's nowhere near the high point of his Creedence years. It's like not even close to any of that, but it's just such a great, I don't know.
It's a happy song, as opposed to a lot of the other John Fogerty complaint songs.
It's a good one.
Yep. Okay, round 4. So we're tied 1-1 going into round 4.
I'm starting to see
we got a movie.
See the theme here. Yeah.
So we're going to go with characters from this movie.
All right.
And Scott, you get to start our bidding.
All right. So the movie.
So we have to name the movie. You're going to give us characters.
Right.
Correct.
Okay.
I will do it in. I'm feeling pretty confident about. I'm feeling Mark Wahlberg about this. I'm going to go 2.
2. All right.
Yeah.
I'll go 1 just because I have to. There's no reason not to. Yeah.
No reason not to. Brian, here's your 1 character from this movie. Roger Dorn.
Roger Dorn. I'm going to, combined with the theme, what I perceive to be the theme, I'm going to go Field of Dreams.
Not a bad guess, but incorrect.
Okay.
All right.
Scott, you get 1 more character if you would like.
Please do.
Pedro Serrano. With a C.
That's the character, not an actor, right?
That is the character.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
I have another guess. I know I can't get a point for it, but I have another guess after this if Scott doesn't get it.
Pedro Serrano. The Natural.
Also a pretty good guess, but no.
If I were to have another guess, it would be Major League.
You would have another. If you were to have another guess, you would be correct.
Yeah,
it is Major League.
Pedro Serrano, wasn't he the one with the weird superstition? Yes, chicken bones in the locker, and
Yep.
Damn it.
Randy Jordan's favorite movie. Everybody, Randy Jordan's favorite movie.
That's right. That's what we've heard. It's only
Roger played by Corbin Burnson.
It's only when he moves Catwoman.
Yes.
All right.
So we're still tied 1-1.
Yeah.
We got round 5.
It's a little intense
Brian,
here.
You can start our bidding.
Okay.
So we're doing titles of movies from a director.
Ooh. Okay. Oh, geez. Okay. Oh, so this is my worst subject. So you can give us movies. We name the director, obviously.
Correct.
I'm going to go 2 only as a defensive play.
Well, I will do 1 as a counter defensive play.
Yeah.
All right, Scott, here's your movie. Jumpin' Jack Flash.
It's a Whoopi Goldberg deal. I think.
Could be.
Okay.
But who directed it?
Yeah.
Clearly, it's a David Lynch film.
Absolutely. I would love to see David Lynch's Jumpin' Jack Flash.
I would too.
I can't even imagine what that would be.
I know this from TV lady. Shit. Hold on. She did Big, and she did the Ladies in the Outfield or whatever it's called, or women baseball movie. Tom Hanks was in it, and Gina Davis and everything. She was Laverne. Oh shit. Big. Hold on. Let me go back to Big. Big. See the credits. It's not working. Oh, this has to be it. Oh, Laverne and Shirley. Laverne is. I think it's the one. I think it's Penny Marshall, not the other one. Not that this matters how you'll score it, but I think Penny Marshall. That's my final answer.
That's correct.
What?
Damn it.
Oh, wow.
I could smell that happening.
I was like,
God.
please say anything but Penny Marshall. Say Cindy Williams. Say
it took me for
Aaron
you know what?
Moran.
I actually owe Brian Dunaway for this because yesterday we had a big discussion about penny racers. Do you remember those? Those stupid little cars you put a penny in the back?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that popped into my head for some reason while trying to remember this name, the word penny, and that got me there. So Dunaway, our pre-show yesterday, freaking got me a point. He'll never hear this, but yeah.
Well done. Wow.
Does that mean I win
Pulled it out
a 2-1? Is that all?
2-1.
2-1.
Yeah, we had all 5.
Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That was, I feel like this, I can't do this forever. There's going to come a point.
Director of women baseball movie, Penny Marshall.
What's the name of that movie? That I can't remember.
A League of Their Own.
Oh,
Own,
shit.
yeah.
They made the TV show and everything. I couldn't remember it. All right.
Yeah.
Travis, fantastic stuff as usual. The theme today, I assume, baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Baseball, yes, because it is April 15th, which is Jackie
Opening
Robinson
day.
Day.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yep.
That's cool.
You know what I like
And
about
it's
your...
42 with a little asterisk, too, right? It's 42 with a star, like Thunderbolts.
No, that was 61.
Oh, was that not?
That's a different movie.
61 was, that's right, because that was right.
That's the Billy
question of
Crystal
the year.
directed one.
That's right.
Hold on.
But yeah, it's Jackie Robinson Day, celebrating the player who broke the color barrier. And it's funny. He was a Hall of Fame baseball player, and baseball probably his 4th best sport.
Oh yeah, he was amazing.
He was a NCAA legend in football, basketball, and track.
Yeah.
And just baseball was his easiest path.
Yeah,
so
that's the one that broke all the barriers too, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
He one of my favorite Futurama running gags is Blurns Ball. You know, the future baseball thing that they play.
Blurns Ball.
Jackie Robinson Jr. or whatever they call him. He's like, 1,000 years later, here's who's left from the Jackie Robinson line, and he can't play baseball or Blurns Ball worth shit. He's like terrible at it. It's really good. It's a fantastic little run. One other thing I was going to say real quick, was I right about Penny Marshall? She directed Big, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. That was the one thing
She did Big. Awakenings was her as well.
Oh, I love Awakenings. It's a great movie.
She didn't direct that many movies. I was kind of surprised. Her directing credits was only a few. But no, the few that she did were really good, with maybe the exception being Jumpin' Jack Flash. But
no relation to Frank Marshall, right? Even though I thought that for the longest time that there was a.
No, I think
sibling.
so.
Are they siblings?
I think they were siblings.
Oh, and before I forget, BB-8 voice. I swear he had a voice that was popular. Oh, here it is.
No, Frank Marshall is not. Gary Marshall is her brother.
Gary
Marshall. I always think those are the same guy when I hear those names. BB-8 was voiced by Bill Hader. SNL's Bill Hader did the voice of BB-8.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Yep. There you go. Right here. Let's see. Voice BB-8 supplied by comedians Bill Hader and later Ben Schwartz, both credited as BB-8 vocal consultants in the original film. The effect was created by Abrams manipulating Hader and Schwartz's voices through a talk box attached to an iPad running sound effects. So that's kind of cool.
I thought that it was all just just straight up beeps and bloops and not manipulated sounds, or not like edited or vocal affected human sounds.
Yeah, it may as well have been, right? Because it doesn't really sound like people at all. But I guess that's the if I had to guess, the sound work on Star Wars Forever, Lucasfilm stuff, I think they always took human voices and then torqued them like R2D2 and stuff.
For R2?
I think so.
I didn't think I thought R2 was straight. Let's see. R2D2 voice actor. This will blow my mind if R2D2 actually had I
mean, my guess would have been
manipulated
Frank
sounds.
Welker or D. Bradley Baker, but I guess it's not an animal, so.
Let's see.
Just
R2D2
sound effects
voices.
created by sound designer.
So Ben Burt still doing the sound
I think
work.
R2D2 was Ben Burt.
Oh, it was actually him. He did his own voice.
Yeah.
Wild. He's also the voice
Did his own?
of-
What do you mean? Did his own?
He's the voice.
It's not just beeps.
No. He's the voice of it, and then he dinked with it like he did with all the other stuff, the BB-8 stuff. It shows he did the voice work. Well, I guess they probably just use the same library, but every time R2's been on screen, he gets a voice credit for that.
Like the Wally guy, right? The dude who did Wally.
Yeah, I assume
same guy.
Assume the same
That's
guy.
Ben Burt.
Yeah, Ben Burt. He's the famous that. He'll go down as like the greatest sound engineer of all time, right? Like there's
It's incredible.
no
His work
competition
is amazing.
to that guy. Anyway, well, there you go. Look, we learned something. We had a fun game, and Travis got to spend some time with us. Here's what we want to make sure happens. People know or need to know where they can find more Travis, because he has lots of stuff to talk about. Tell them about your shows and where to find them.
So you can find all my shows at TVsTravis.com or anywhere you get your podcasts. And I will be announcing a brand new show in Vegas that will be launching during that trip. So
that's cool. So it'll just be announcement. Like it'll be announcement, and you can go listen to it right now, kind of thing.
Yes. Yep. The first
nice.
episode will be out by the time we get to Las Vegas.
Very cool.
Nice.
So we'll be announcing that at the end of the live episode that we'll be doing at the Canyon Room with Steven Adams. And I'm making him watch Smokin' Aces. And that's what we're going to talk about.
Ooh, I like Smokin' Aces.
Watch that movie ahead.
Yeah, Smokin' Aces is good. Wait, have you not seen Smokin' Aces, or he hasn't?
He hasn't. I saw it in the theater.
Okay. Of course you did. You'd go to theaters if they didn't pay you.
How was your marathon viewing of RRR, Triple R?
That was incredible. That movie was like
I love that film.
So
way better than I even thought it was going to be. I had a feeling I was going to enjoy it, but I didn't know. I had no idea that it was like historical fiction until probably 2/3 of the way through it when I figured that out.
There's still things I saw in that movie I've never seen in anything else ever in my life. And I probably won't ever see anything quite like it.
Incredible. I've never
Absolutely
seen somebody
insane.
fight with a motorcycle like a club.
Yes.
Yeah. And just like where the, because Bollywood and musicals and all that, where that stuff worked felt crazy to me. Like I couldn't believe they would have these moments of music and how well it worked for a movie that was mostly this crazy action shit. It's just insane, that movie. So good.
Yeah, it really is.
My only beef with it is it's so damn long. You got to carve out like, an afternoon to watch the whole thing.
Or treat it like a two-parter.
Yeah, you can definitely do that. Yeah, break it up. Make your own
having
miniseries.
intermission would help.
Sure. Travis, take it easy. Have fun. We'll see you soon in person.
Can't wait to see you in person, man.
In the flesh.
Looking forward.
Yep. Color that beard. Whatever it is. You do it. Whatever you do it.
Yep.
See you later. All right, Brian. We're just about done.
We are.
Quick reminder, shows today. Daily music headlines. There are no Dalek headlines, as far as I know.
That's right.
Or Dalek, however you say it.
Dalek music headlines.
That's right. The only headline they ever give you is exterminate, and that's the whole thing. That's news every day from them.
Yeah, and that's no good for anybody. Find out about Lil Nas X's face. What's going on with his face right now? Barry Manilow is announcing his final tour. Let's see. Arcade Fire in the news today. Weezer in the news today. They got a movie coming out. They surprise announced that one at Coachella.
Oh wow!
So we'll talk about that. And we lost the former drummer for Judas Priest, who passed away.
Oh,
so,
that's sad. Don't like that at all. Did you guys talk at all on one of the days about speaking of Weezer? I guess somebody's wife got shot or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
How'd that all turn out?
The big news for that, it was Weezer's bassist's girlfriend who came out with a gun and wouldn't put it down when police told her to put down the gun, and she got non-fatally shot. So
she's recovering.
She's
stage.
recovering, yeah, okay. And that did not stop Weezer from performing at Coachella.
Oh, they actually still perform. I didn't know that. I heard there was
Lauren.
I heard there was an amazing. Who's the shoot? I'm forgetting names here. Queen's Brian May.
Brian May came out. Yeah,
I heard that was incredible. I got to go.
Yeah, I have not seen. I saw a little bit on Entertainment Tonight, which I hate. So it's like I watched a little bit of the Coachella coverage there just to see, but yeah, let's see here. Jillian Lauren, wife of Weezer bass player Scott Schreiner. So this news actually came out one of the days that I was not doing Daily Music Headlines. When Eileen had this one. So she was in the backyard. She had her handgun drawn. She pointed her gun at officers and ignored commands to drop her weapon. Then she opened fire, and then she was hit.
You probably want to A, put the gun down, B, definitely to open fire. That seems bad.
Exactly. Yes.
That seems very bad.
Wife. I think I said girlfriend of the bassist for Weezer, but she's actually his wife.
I see you in the chat. I just want to appreciate what he said. Since nobody died, we can say this. Better ways to destroy a sweater, he says. Love that.
That's right. Yes.
Nice job. You just grab the thread and walk away. That's how you do it.
Put down your gun and please walk away.
Well, anyway, that's that. One final note from Frost MN. Oh, I forgot to mention Skim today, noon. Everybody tune in for that if you want to watch us live. Noon to about noon 30 Mountain Time right here at frogpants.tv. Frost MN wrote in, says, listening to TMS, the discussion about hornets and fig Newtons. One of my least favorite things on the whole planet, by the way. I hate it.
Ugh, yeah.
What are you thinking about, or what you're thinking about is that figs are pollinated by a specific species of wasp. The wasps will crawl into a fig and pollinate the fig. Then the wasps get absorbed into the fig. So there are no pieces of wasp. Every fig has a little wasp in it, says Frost MN. Well, that didn't help me. It actually made it worse.
No, that does not. Yeah. Is that meant to make us feel better?
Look, the idea of a corpse of a wasp already was a problem. Now you're telling me they're all just like mixed in, no matter which fig Newton you eat, they're all in there?
Yeah, it's all got a little bit of wasp in there.
Gross.
Nice.
Gross. If you want to
it's Evangeline Lilly, and then it's a lot better.
Yeah. Think of it that way. It'll be okay. Quick note. If you want to send in your own texts or your own voicemails, use voicecast.app/TMS and use it today. Frogpants.com/TMS for all other things, with one exception because we don't know it yet, and that's the song Brian brought for the end of the show.
Oh. Well, I know it because it's this guy's birthday today. Cyrenex, a.k.a. Sean, said, even though my claim to fame to Frog Pants is being a victim of the great de-Seaning of ANTP Season 4, still not bitter about that at all, it's an honor and utmost delight to be a member of such a great community. Having people to talk to, lean on, and confide in the times we find ourselves in, is going to keep us strong and hopeful for a future where respect is the norm and tolerance is the standard. Amen, brother. I don't think it's possible for me to express the gratitude that I have for Scott, Brian, and all the extended Frog Pants family.
Thanks,
now
man.
that the mushy stuff is all out of the way, today is my 40th birthday. Oh, you're a young'un, Cyrenex, and the 3-year anniversary of restarting my podcast, The Part-Time Gamers. It's been a journey with ups and downs, but I've enjoyed walking it with my co-hosts and friends, September, 9 of 12, and Theo, that one weirdo. Cheers to many more years of birthdays and anniversaries. Can I get a honk? Ah!
Oh, always, man. That one's at the ready, or it was last I checked. Okay, where is it? Where is it? Oh. There he is.
There you go. Excellent. Yeah, Sean Bloom says there's some great footage of Coachella on YouTube. Looks like the Go-Go's performed this year. Yes, and Billy Joe Armstrong joined them for Head Over Heels.
Oh, what?
Check that out. Yeah, Billy Joe Armstrong surprised everybody also. I mean, obviously he worked it out with the Go-Go's, but went up and did Head Over Heels with
That's great.
with the ladies.
What a cool combo. I would never even have pictured them together.
Sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah, right? Yeah. So Sean says, I'll keep it simple this time. Play a song that you think would be playing in the background as John Wick murderizes everyone, even remotely associated with organized crime. Well, okay. God, so much John Wick stuff coming up because there's that spinoff with Ana de Armas. They announced another John Wick movie a couple days ago.
Yep.
So,
I love her. I'll watch her in anything. So that's great.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yes. And then have you watched any of the TV show?
No, the spin out
Continental
thing.
No, is it called?
Is that the name?
It's named after whatever that the place that he goes, the hotel that he goes to get his
Oh, you're right. It is the Continental. I forgot that's the name of the thing. Yeah. So that actually reviewed well, and I didn't see it. Why is Mel Gibson in that?
I don't know.
That's weird. Anyway,
that is weird.
I guess he's only in 3 episodes. So, there are only 3 episodes. Did it get canceled? Or was it meant
just a little mini series? Mini series.
Maybe it was meant to be. Let's see. It was nominated for an Emmy. I didn't see any of this. This must be a 3 episode and done deal.
Yes, so.
I'll have to check it out. Anyway, I hope it's
By the way, Tina and I watched and finished Adolescence, and my God, yeah, heavy stuff. And good Lord, that kid is a great actor.
Insanely good, that kid.
Yeah.
And
the dad who we've seen in a million other things, that dad. But
yeah, and he created the thing. He's the showrunner, creator. He made the.
Is he really?
He wrote it.
Oh
yeah.
wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
wow,
he's a big shot.
Cool.
But yeah, the guy from Snatch and all that other stuff, he's real good. But that kid, if he doesn't go on to just blow our minds again and again and again, I'll be shocked. And then also every episode being a one continuous tracking shot. Amazing.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
Anyway,
Stephen Graham. That's it. Yeah. All right. Let's get to the song. So this is something that you can imagine John Wick shooting everybody to. I was thinking AC/DC, especially since I recently did an AC/DC episode of Coverville. This comes from a 1995 tribute to AC/DC from Australia called Fusebox. The band is Nitocris or Nitocris, Nitocris, and it's Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap.
Frog Pants. The F is for fun. The R is for right on. The OG is for oh geez, that was good. And then pants.